Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to One Hub Racing. Today we are here for season 19. Let's get that right this time. Round number 1 around Australia. We've got short qualifying coming up. Apologies for the slight delay in stream, as I was getting the COVID jab and I'm solo coming tonight. I am Risky or Sullivan, however you wanna know me as. And this is the points tier. So, One Hub, as we know, are kindly sponsored by a few people. We will up ASAP. Apologies for the bit of a rushed start to the stream. It's going to be an interesting one today. On-track action. A few drivers that I've seen before, a few drivers that I've not. So, we want to watch definitely this session. Of course, now my Google Drive chooses not to load anyway. What I do know is we are in partner with ERT and Vespertine, and there is a Going Gets Tough award by ERT, as well as a few new awards for the drivers. As soon as I get this all loaded, I will let you know of those. Tonight, I do have tasks working. I know I told the drivers I don't, but we do have tasks, and therefore tasks will be available, and I will be using it as much as possible. Obviously, when I'm on my own, it's difficult, but I will go through some more details and bits and bobs about One Hub and, the press conference and stuff in a second. So here we see them. We're going to just follow Liam for his outlap. There's Speed Quinn ahead of him. That shouldn't be too much of an issue for him on the outlap specifically. Speed Quinn is new to One Hub, I believe. Might be wrong on that, but I've not seen him about before. But we'll stick with Liam. We know Liam. I know Liam from last season's commentating. I commentated on him for the latter half of the season, which I was here for. I thoroughly enjoyed last season, and I'm perfectly happy to be here, and glad, to be honest, to be here today. Didn't think I'd get the commentary job, but here I am. Normally I'd have Pete Knighton or Speed Knighton, however you know him, alongside me, but he is away today having fun go-karting somewhere. We'll just leave that one there. But yeah, so today will be an interesting one. I feel a good one coming as I say that. Liam has taken a little spin before his lap. But while we watch Liam on this lap, I will currently go through all my notes as they have finally loaded. Our sponsors are Next Level Racing and providing an LR Direct Drive stand to our Driver of the Season, which is a new award this season. I knew there was a new award in there somewhere. And our 3M Sim Racing, which sponsors the league and will be providing a pair of their sim racing gloves to the driver with the most combined poles and fastest laps. And I've told you about our partners in Vespertine and ERT, both of which supporting our prizes. So, as well as this, I will be going over some of the press conferences. I'm just going to find them and get them up. Apologies, I should have had this sorted, but I got the COVID jab literally not that long ago, so just going to find a couple of drivers from our tier. Apologies for this once again. I found Mr. Quinn, so I will go over that in just a second. So, Sir Quinnith, or Speed_Quinn as he is known. We're back, and this track is pretty divisive in driver opinions, but what are his? He's never really enjoyed racing around Australia, and to be honest, I don't blame him, as Colin goes top with a 21.9, and then Aaron's goes above that, so we're going to see a few lap times coming in. Low 21s are kind of the way you want to be at the minute, so that's not too bad. A pretty interesting calendar overall. Where will be your best chance of a win, and which is your worst track, was another question asked. Best chance of winning is definitely Brazil, and my worst track is Monaco. And I tell you what, Brazil is going to be an exciting race to watch, especially Monaco too. To be honest, all the carnage how have things gone in practice ahead of the season? Opa, it's been good. Practicing when I can, getting more consistent, so it's nice to see from Speed Quinn. And did you learn much about your tier in pre-season? He has good quality and race pace, just needs to work on consistency, which I think for a lot of drivers will come. Obviously, it's the new game, first season on the new game cycle. A lot of people still getting used to the game, so that will be interesting. And Quinn's goals are to win the title, so again, that's going to be pretty interesting. Now, as I'm on my own, I'm not going to do too many of this stuff because we want to get straight into qualifying, as we've got lots of the times in already, so that's not too bad. I'm going to try and see if I can find our tier. There it is. So we have the, where is it, points tier. So Liam 1-3 and Liam JHMC, who we've just done a lap with, are our two rivalries. Two people with the same name really coexist in the same tier. Hopefully one can prove me wrong at least once. Liam 1-3 was asked, how do you think Liam will get on in this tier? Would you say it's about time he's out of prospect tier? And we got an answer. Did we get an answer from Liam? We did not, but we did get an answer from other Liam. This is getting too confusing for me. Anyway, how will Liam cope with the pressures of this tier? As the drivers is very quick. He replied, I think if he keeps out of trouble and doesn't get any damage, I think Liam can do very well this season. So there we see we've got both Liams next to each other in 6th and 7th, and Liam JHMC12 supportive of Liam 1-3, both of which looking for a good result at the minute. At the minute, we have Aaron's JS at the top with a 21-2, Gazerman 21-3, Lawrence's 21-6, Colin 21-9, another 21-9 for Uavin. Oh, Uavin, I like that name. Uavin a giggle, mate. I'm gonna just call him Uavin. Yeah, Uavin. He can be called Uavin. Why not? Liam 1-3, as we've mentioned, 122 flat, and the next 22-1, 22-3, 22-7. So they're getting a little bit slow, but these will just be banker lap times for Yachty Dexter, one of the legends of the community there. 22-7, he's been around for so long, so it'll be interesting to see how his consistency is and how he fares. Jake W. Combs, again, I've seen him before. I've seen MCFC or NOZ, I don't know which way to say that, but I'll figure it out in the race. You'll just hear me shout probably one or the other. Speed Quinn and MRX Andreas has retired with Sully. Sully. Not seen another Sully in ages, but on a lap now. I think he's finishing his lap, and I'll get up the tyres and all the telemetry for everyone, because I realise I haven't done that, and that's probably not smart. We'll go broadcast camera as he comes across the line on a set of mediums, I think. So 23.7 on mediums. That's the first fastest lap we've seen on mediums, so that's going to be an interesting one. We have all drivers currently now on outlaps or inlaps for Sully. I don't think he's going again, especially not with that traffic. Yeah. Mason Jr. He's still on that. So who is the driver about to start? It's Mercedes, isn't it? It's Aaron's about to start his lap. So here we go then. Round Australia. Turn 1, you've got to get right on the apex into turn 2. Not too bad there. Then we go down the straight past. Well, this is probably one of the harder places to overtake. Into turn 3, I think this is right round. You've got to make sure you clear the apex as you turn in left. You just want to get it perfect, then not too far on that right hand curb so it can drag you out now. Fast right hander, you've got a little lift there, hit the curb on the left hand side, and away we go. Down through the gears to the right, then shake left, little flick to the right once again as we come into probably one of the hardest corners to get right. You've got to be slow in, fast out. We've got to try and keep some of the momentum, not take too much curb, not too bad on exit there to minimise the rotation of the back end. Bit of traffic in the way as we go into probably the trickiest part of the section. The fast chicane, you go left, then right once again. Not too shabby through there. In fact, that was pretty clean. Maybe could have been a little bit quicker on the power, but that traffic probably was the reason of the confidence. We'll see a pretty decent lap here anyway. Through the final sector we go. Just keep it nice and tight, nice and clean, round the curbs. Through this final 2 corners we go. This corner you got to get so right on exit. You just don't want to put the power down too early, and he's coming into the pits anyway. So Aaron's not happy with that lap, as we see. Who else? Lawrence on a lap. Oh, that's traffic. Not too bad. Like I say, that was a purple middle sector. This traffic on this track is not the best, so people will struggle, I think, getting out of the way, but it's a short track, so you can't exactly be too judgmental of them and too harsh on them here. As we will go, I'll just turn some of that off because it's actually, I'll tell you what, I'll keep it on. I just need to move it for next week because my screen's straight. Oh, and that's Lawrence Round as we're watching him, almost like a commentator's curse, into the barriers. So his purple first sector is not going to be appreciated there. Yavna Giggle also has the purple first sector, should I say, down in 6th, but unfortunately he won't be finishing this session. Again, apologies if I miss anything. Dexter up in 3rd now, I've just noticed, looking at TAS. He had a pretty fast one, but Liam 1-3 has just set the purple first sector, TAS is telling me, so this could be a good lap, and the purple second sector. So look out for Liam here, coming across the line on soft tyres. It's soft tyres, the TAS told me medium, but on the soft tyres then. This will be an interesting lap to see, as Liam JMH now goes first with a good lap time actually of 21.1, so that's going to be up there as an invalidation from Liam 1-3. That's not going to help his chances. He's not going to be particularly happy with that one, but I'm sure he'll go again. We've got time in this session, 6 minutes and 40 left, as we'll watch. Who should we watch? Who's towards the end of the lap? Hooky toward the end of his lap. It's done 1 lap on those tyres already, so there's a chance he could be coming into the pits. We'll just keep watching because he's going relatively quickly, but not using any of his ERS. And MCFC has retired in the... Is that turn 11-12? It is turn 11-12. Trying to see there if he's off to the side. Oh, his car's in the middle of the track, so he must have hit the wall, bounced off, or the game has resetted. But anyway, who are we looking for to do a lap? Hooky came into the pits. Oh, Rageman as we go on board with him out of turn 12. Just not quite hooking it up straight over the gravel. Lucky to keep it out of the wall as Gazzaman goes pole provisionally with a 20.8, so that's going to take some beating, but with 5 minutes 50 left, bit of track evolution to go with it, these drivers could easily beat that if they have the pace. Now Liam 1-3 is going for a lap, or is on a lap. Well, we'll find out as he crosses the line. It's going to be a pretty quick lap to say, yeah, 21.1, so good lap from Liam there. Maybe cool off now, go back to the pits. I don't think he'll do another lap in a row. Gazman will be pretty happy with his time. Dexter on an out lap. We've got MCFC Trunders on 2 lap old tyres, so he might be going into the pits. Highways not huge around this track on this game, but like I say, new to new game. Some drivers will be learning it still, like myself. I've not really played this game too much, so as the season progresses, everyone's going to improve. Commentary hopefully will improve, but yeah, as MFC Trunders into the pits then, so we're going to see, I think, most drivers come back into the pits. Dexter on his outlap now. He's the only driver, I think, on an outlap, as everybody else is coming into the pits, apart from Sully. So we watch him then through the hardest part of the track in 7th gear, nice and stable through there, not too loose on the back end, and foot down then all the way into the final sector. This final sector, if you get right, is probably one of the biggest time gainers for you, because the slower corners you get the better exits, whereas the faster corners you kind of take a little risk, you find a couple of tenths, but you get one of these wrong and you lose a few. So anyway, around the final corner he goes to the final start finish straight and goes P7 with a 21.7, so not too bad from him at all. Dexter then on his lap as well, so we'll follow this lap. We'll go in broadcast mode, we'll turn off the HUD and we'll just listen, give you a bit of a listen to the sound of the F1 cars. So here comes Dexter across the line and goes pole with the 1:20.6. So good lap there from ERT Dexter. Excuse me, just had to have a little cough there. So, can we see anyone beat that in the closing stages of qualifying? Bo Sully is still out on track, but his lap is invalidated. That must have been at turns 1 and 2. We're going to see a few people now start to set their laps and go for laps. Rageman is one of them to cross the line now, so he will start his final lap, or what will be his final fast lap. Through 1 and 2 we go, nice and clean there. Not much, if any, traffic to be honest ahead of him. Don't think he'll catch any of those drivers, so should be a relatively decent lap in terms of traffic. Just depends on his lap itself. And this track has so many tricky corners and so many fast bits and tight bits. It's a track that's got a little bit of everything, so will be interesting to see how close in the end it actually is. It's pretty close already. Look, that top from 3rd down to 8th is all within 8/10. So will be interesting to see. Excuse me. We'll be interested to see the final results. But anyway, there's a yellow flag in the final sector. That's just for the slow drivers. Oh, and Rageman is invalidated, and that is him out of qualifying as he spins into the wall. So there is a yellow flag for him. The driver who will next pass him is Gazerman, I believe. It's not, it's the other Red Bull of Trunders, who's still on his outlap, so that shouldn't affect him too much. No, it will not. We'll ride on board with Colin then as we watch some of the drivers on the map just going a bit slow, letting traffic through. Will be interesting to see what happens here then. A bit of a wobble, but not too bad on exit. The green flag is out again, so yellows are cleared. As I say, that yellow flag comes out again, but that's just for a slow vehicle, so we'll ignore that one because it doesn't really need to be a yellow flag anyway. So around the final couple of corners we go then. Colin looking like he's done a pretty clean lap here as he comes towards the line. Where will this put him? Has he improved? Yes, he has. A 1:21.6. That puts him P7. Now we look to Lawrence, who goes to finish his lap not too far from the line as Dexter has finished his qualifying. So that's Dexter done as Gazerman beats him now with 20.3. So Gazerman is on provisional pole. Can Lawrence beat him? No, it's a 20.9, so his qualifying is done. We'll look to Liam. Liam's lap is invalid, unfortunately for him, but he's still going to cross the line. Next to come across the line will be... Will it be Speedway or will it be the other Red Bull of Trunders? It'll be the other Red Bull of Trunders, but his lap is invalid. So we'll go on board with Speedway. Speedway still has his lap to finish along with a couple of other drivers. Can anyone knock Gazerman off that provisional pole? We saw Aaron's was quick. Aaron's is still on his lap as well. As the McLaren of Hookie is slow in the middle sector, I think. Final sector even. Yeah, he is. Anyway, to Speedway then. Round the final corner he comes. Up to the line he goes. Can he knock anyone out of position? No, it's a 22 flat, so not quick enough there. We'll look to Aaron's now. who goes P3, so 120.7, so still can't knock Gazzaman off of that top step. Liam 1-3 next across the line. Will he knock anyone out of position here? Goes P3 ahead of ours at 20.6, and that concludes our qualifying for round 1 in Australia. So at the top, Gazzaman with a 120.3 on pole. Then comes the Aston Martin of Dexter with a 20.6, and Liam 1-3 in the AlphaTauri, not too far behind actually, with a 6.8, so a few hundredths difference. Aaron's was P4, I believe, in the Mercedes, so not a bad lap in the end from him. So pretty close at the top for these guys, and we'll go through the rest of the order in just a second. Here we are then. So, as I mentioned, Gazzaman on pole with Dexter alongside. Then comes Liam 1-3 and Aaron's. Next is Lawrence and then Liam JH. O'Sully comes next alongside Colin. Speedway alongside you having a giggle. MFC Trunders with Rageman alongside. Then comes Hooky and Mason, the McLaren boys. Jake W comes alongside Enosia MCFC. Speed Quinn alongside Andres, and that completes our qualifying, with the bottom 4 have no time set. So it's a pretty tight grid, and this is the point where I'd ask Speed Knighton for his opinion on this, but he hasn't got one today, so it's just me, all by myself, which I'm going to keep reminding him about. But yeah, so let's get into the important bit. There's no points for a Saturday, as Crofty would say, or Martin would say, or either of them would say. So let's get into the Sunday race, the actual race now. Just while we're sat waiting for a few drivers, we've got a Gazzaman fan in chat, so that's always nice to see, on pole as well. So if he's your favourite driver, he's currently doing not too badly, so keep an eye out on that one. In terms of my race predictions, I don't really have any. You know, it's my first time commentating this tier, first time seeing a lot of these drivers actually start a race, so I will be intrigued to see how this one goes then, as we will check all of the tyres and things when they appear. Just going to reload my tasks, and here we go. So we have softs for everybody in the top 10, obviously. MFC Trunders on the mediums. Just going to turn my game sound down a little. There we go. Rageman on the softs, Hooky on the softs, Mason Jr. on the softs, Jake on the softs, and then MCF, Enosia MCFC on the mediums, Speed Quinn also on the mediums, and Andreas starts on the mediums too. So this is going to be a very interesting qualifying. Sorry, not qualifying, we've done qualifying. What am I on about? The race, should I say. So some of these guys may be looking to go bit longer on the first stint. Got to make 2 pit stops anyway, so it's one of the mandatory rules we have. So 2 pit stops. Some on the soft, starting on the softs, maybe might go soft, medium, medium. Starting on the mediums, could go medium, medium, soft. Maybe it's a two stop soft, soft. Oh, that's a nose ear into the back of Jake, so that might be a disqualification. Yes, it is. Of course, it's the driver we're watching. Everybody I watch today seems to not do too bad. But, oh, Gazzaman takes out the bollard as I switch to him. What am I cursing today? Anyway, we look to the front of the grid for the drivers to come round. So then, onto the grid we go. I will have the damage up for TAS, because I like to have the damage one up, because it allows me to get that little insight. So, anyway, because as well we have floor diffuser and side pod damage. But I'll stop waffling, and I'll get us into the race. Or will I? Where's the rest of the drivers? There they are. There they are. Miles away. Anyway, to the front of the grid we go. So, here we go. Lights are on. It's 5 lights. And away we go for the Australia Grand Prix. It looks like it's been a good start from the front too. Gazzelman getting a better start, and it's allowed Liam 1-3 alongside Dexter on the outside. As we look back, we've got the Aston Martin on the grass side by side. They go. Liam gets ahead. Looks like there's been an accident in the back, but we're going to see Lawrence and Aaron's side by side. Or is that that's Dexter? Sorry, side by side with Aaron's going side by side with Liam. Liam getting the better of that fight. Then comes Hooky, then comes Trunders, then comes Rageman and Colin and Mason. Speed Quinn up into 12th, but he's going to have a nosy. They're going to go side by side. Quinn's going to let him win that one, or is he? There's off the track. There goes Jake as well. Andreas, oh, bit of a wobble there. And Sully just behind it. Looks like Speedway is the one with the issue, and I will check. Has some damage, I believe. Yes, he does. So Speedway has some damage. Rageman has a little bit of damage up at the front. We'll have a little check of that if we can see it. Just a little bit, 20%, so not too bad. As Jake does not have a front wing either, so there's another bit of damage just received. Anyway, oh, was that car sideways? It was. You having a giggle, mate, into the wall. Andreas is retired just up ahead, and it's a virtual safety car. So that start was a bit crazy. But Gazzelman retains his lead from Liam 1-3. Then comes Dexter, Lawrence, Liam, Aaron's, Hooky, Trunders, Colin, and Rageman into the pits, as I suspected, with a little bit of damage anyway. So this will give Mason that extra position. So the biggest gainer from all this, where is it? There it is. So is it here? I'm still learning these. There we go. Biggest gainer is Hooky. I thought it was in P7. Mason as well. So the McLaren boys making up the ground a little bit. Let's get, we'll go penalties, because penalties is always an interesting one that people seem to ask for. But here we go then. This virtual safety car probably will end soon. Looking to see if Liam will get the jump on Gazzelman, or if Gazzelman's going to push ahead in the sister team. But there we go then. We are green again, and everybody looks a bit evenly spread apart from Colin and this train. So we'll in fact we'll stay on board with Colin, because this could be interesting through here. I'll keep an eye out as much as I can on the timings, because Aaron's also is very close up ahead. So there's a few little trains. Just looked at Aaron's. Is he making a move on Liam? Not yet. He did try for it. Colin just going to sit behind these two guys, not close enough yet to make a move. DRS not enabled on this particular lap anyway. But here we go then. Round the final corner. Gazzelman sets the fastest lap, as you would expect, out in the lead. These are the closest battles on track. It looks like it could be the Mercedes making a move on the Red Bull. Don't think he's quite close enough to do it into turn 1 or 2, maybe into 3 if he's lucky. And Trunder's going for a little slide. Ooh, slams on the brakes as the Mercedes. So lucky not to cause an incident, but now he's going to have the run. Is Colin can't quite get it into, I think that's turn 3 or 4. I'm a little bit rusty with corner names as well, and I can feel my voice going already. So this is going to be a very interesting race, not only for me but for the racers as well, as we're going to look to the front. Liam just trying to stay in that DRS of Gazzelman, not doing too badly to stay in it anyway. Dexter just dropping back that little bit, but it's still a long race. 29 laps of this circuit. Aaron's now behind Liam, so this is probably the second closest battle on track, if not the closest. Liam has a little wobble there. DRS is open. We heard the beep, Aaron's in the Mercedes. He's going to look down the inside of the Alpine. Not quite enough space, not quite close enough, and he stays behind for another lap. Colin as well, again in the Mercedes, not quite close enough. The Mercedes are making some moves, or looking to make some moves, in the opening laps of this race. There's the yellow flag. Oh, that's Liam 1-3 out. He's crashed at the final corner. We see him now going past him. We'll look. We're on board with Hooky to the right hand side there. Another virtual safety car. So what on earth has happened there? He must have come out of the final corner and just spun on maybe hit the grass on the left, spun into the wall. But for Liam, that is not going to help his championship. Oh, it's a full course safety car now. So we have a full course caution in this race. The driver I was talking about in the press conferences has crashed. Every time I go on board with somebody, they crash. I seem to be jinxing a lot of people here, but anyway. Gazzaman out in front, Dexter in P2. Gazzaman's got a little bit of a gap now, and Lawrence on the back of Dexter, but this safety car will close everybody up, don't forget. So the gaps are kind of not relevant at the minute. So everybody's tyres, as we know, haven't changed, apart from O'Sully gone onto fresh medium tyres, I believe. Yes, he has. So everybody from O'Sully down has pit. So we've got some onto the softs, some onto the mediums. So it looks like the softs can go quite a distance in this race. Tyre wear is not looking too bad for the guys at the front. Gazzaman has a bit more tyre wear than Dexter. So Dexter probably playing the longer game. Meanwhile, obviously the guys that have pit all have fresher tyres. And Trunders is looking not too shabby on his mediums as well. So Trunders could be one to watch here. No damage, as far as I can see, for anybody, apart from Colin, who has 3% on his front left, I think. So 3% isn't much. I've got to say, I reckon the top guys are going to come into the pits. O'Sully is far enough behind that he probably won't gain from that. So this is a free stop. It'll be interesting to see what tyres people go on to. Did Trunders stay out? Yeah, Trunders stayed out because Gazza was in the pits, but he's on mediums, obviously. So, maybe not Trunders the one to watch now with that stop not completed. But you never know. Lap 5 out of 29. Safety car could come out. But the order does not look to have changed. Lawrence onto softs for this stint. So was Hooky. So was Mason. So looking to go a little bit of an attacking strategy in this middle-ish part of the race. Maybe playing a bit of a feisty game now to go longer at the end. Dexter and Gazzaman staying on the mediums, or putting the mediums on, should I say, like expected. Liam and Aaron on the mediums, Hooky on the softs, Colin on the mediums, Mason on softs, and then the guys that have already pit all on the mediums, or the hards for Speedway, apart from Jake on softs. Now I do believe, yeah, that's Speedway's second stop. So he could theoretically go to the end if the tyres make it, because he's completed his 2 stops. Whereas the complete opposite is Trunders, who has to make 2 stops. Now, I'm not saying Trunders is out of the race at all, because sorry, excuse me again. But yeah, Trunders could very easily win this race still. Anyone could. We're 5 laps in out of 29. The safety cars come out. People still have to pit. The safety car can come out more than once. We know this, up to five times, I do believe. And we've had 1 VSC, 1 safety car. So let's just see what happens. We're just waiting for, I think we're waiting for 2 cars. The Williams, the Haas, should I say, sorry. And the Ferrari to catch up. So we'll do 1 more lap under the safety car, which I don't mind. I get to rest my voice a little bit and check the TAS. So as it stands, obviously championships not too important right now, but Gazzaman would be, obviously he's net P1, so Gazzaman would be leading. However, this race is not over, nowhere near from over. Anyway, on to TAS, and we check the weather. I have not checked the weather yet, as I was kind of rushed for time a little bit, but that is my own fault, and again I apologise, and I should be better in the future. I know I've been here before, bit of a rookie error, but what can you do, I guess. But there is a 20% expected chance of rain in 15 minutes. So we're not going to get any rain, basically, is what I'm thinking. Because CODEMASTERS itself probably would say no rain. TAS could say rain, and we could get rain. But again, 20%, 1 in 5 chance. You never know, but we'll wait and see. And I'd just also like to thank the creator of TAS. I think it's Tibord or Thibaut, something like that, who does TAS, and he does an amazing job. And honestly, congratulations, thank you. We appreciate the TAS systems, because it helps not only the commentators but the drivers as well. I know other leagues use it. So yeah, massive thank you to the TAS man. We'll call him the TAS man himself. But yeah, I do believe the safety car is coming in, and it is. Lights are off, which means we are about to go racing. So on board with, who should we go on board with? We'll follow the leader. It's only right to follow the leader, as they're all warming up their tyres now. Round the final corner, the safety car is just in the pits. Trunders is waiting, gone. Now he is gone. So you could hear it in the engine. You could see the reactions from the other drivers. Gazzaman, not too bad on his reaction. Lawrence a little bit caught off guard. Maybe we'll see an overtake for the net leaders. Oh, Dexter just goes over the grass, going to lose it. Oh, don't. Oh, Dexter's out of this session, which promotes everyone other than Gazzaman, which is such an unfortunate thing for him. He's doing so well. As I went on board with him once again, I am so sorry to all these drivers I'm going on board with. Maybe I should just not go on board with anyone. And Trunders goes off the circuit, lets his Red Bull teammate through. I don't know if that was meant to happen, but this will help Gazzaman. Maybe going to be a bit of a rear gunner now, Trunders, as Lawrence on the softs is going to be looking to get past. No room to do so just yet, as we're going to look a little bit down the order. The Haas on the Williams down the inside of Speed Quinn goes You Having a Giggle. It's going to be close, but just about enough room left, and that wasn't too bad of a move, if I do say so. Well, I do say so, I'm a commentator. But anyway, down the inside, oh my gosh, goes Lawrence of Trunders. That was very tight. I thought he was going to lose it on the grass. Over the curb he goes. Not really somewhere you want to be in this scenario. I was going to turn some of the graphics off and just watch this one play out, because round the second to last corner we go. Can he get a good enough exit in the AlphaTauri on those soft tyres to get past the Red Bull? We're going to have the ERS on. DRS obviously won't be open yet. Nobody behind us, and can't quite do it into turn 1. Can we do it into turn 3 or 4 maybe? A little bit of a slide from the Red Bull, a little bit of a slide from the AlphaTauri, as we're going to try and make this move down the inside. He's had a little look, but not quite enough on this occasion. So we'll now look to the back of the field. Any other moves going on? Not quite. Everyone's still quite tightly packed in together. The Speed Quins had to pit, so that was for wing damage. Yes, it was. But Gazzaman doing Trunders, doing a lovely job for Gazzaman now, who's pulling away in front. But this is allowing a bit of a train, as we have a yellow flag for Speedway has spun at turn 3 or 4. I think that's turn 3. I really can't remember on this track, and I do apologise once again. But yeah, not too good for that Ferrari driver, but his teammate is in the points. Anyway, we're going to look to the leaders now, because Lawrence has another good run as Colin gets penalty. Another good run on the Red Bull. No ERS or DRS at the minute, so just biding his time. Sitting behind, he knows his tyres are softer, fresher. Down the inside, can he do it? Oh, that would have been risky, but it's in my name, as we have another car off. Who is that off? That's Speed Quinn backwards after... That's turn 7 or 8? No, it's a bit further on than that, is it not? I think it's turn 8 anyway. Anyway, we also have that Speedway's been off again. Anyway, action at the front, side by side. Oh my lord, so as I catch it, side by side, Lawrence and Trunders down the inside goes Lawrence, fighting all the way through on those soft tyres. He's going to have the advantage, and Trunders just couldn't fight on those mediums too hard. He's now going to have Liam right behind him, along with a few other drivers, as Speed Quinn's gone for another spin after 12, I believe that is. But we're going to stick with this battle on board with Liam JH as we go towards one of the trickiest corners on the circuit, slow into the right-hander. So who can get the better exit? Maybe not Wise overtaking into 11 and 12, but the little DRS straight after, if you get a good run, is perfectly acceptable overtaking spot. Nicely over the inside curve. He's now going to have a perfect run at the Red Bull. DRS wide open. He's gone left. He's now switching to the inside. He goes, gets the move done. Can the Red Bull fire back? We'll go on board with Trunders. Down the inside, side by side. Oh, that's the Red Bull spinning off into the wall. Liam went spinning. Hookie's gone spinning as well. And are they all going to get through safely? The rest of the drivers, I think so. We've got another safety car for that incident. Liam on the inside, I think, and Trunders, or was Trunders on the inside, Liam on the outside, just running out of room. And it all went a bit pear-shaped in the end, but this is going to allow drivers to pit. Has the leader gone past the safety car? Gazzaman has gone past the safety car. So I do believe Gazzaman will still be able to retain that lead because the limiter doesn't apply yet. So all these drivers getting that extra pit stop out of the way, don't blame them. You can't blame them. Allows them all to make their second stop, apart from Trunders, he gets his first, but there will be a few incidents reports, I do imagine, for this evening. So then, with that, we go into lap 10, halfway through lap 10, nearly on lap 11 for the leaders, with another full course caution. We're only 10 laps into this race. That's crazy to think. So it's going to be an interesting second half of this race. I was talking on lap 5 about the potential winners and the potential rivals to the winner, which is currently Gazzaman. I really don't want to jinx him, but he's got such a strong pace round here that he could win. So we'll see. I really don't want to jinx anyone else, because by the time we finish this race we could have no finishers left. But yeah, don't be shocked if we get a surprise winner as the Lawrence and Mason on hards. So that's interesting. Lawrence and Mason on hards to the end. Everyone else behind on mediums, and the front three have not stopped. Now, I was just trying to get this right in my head. In terms of strategy, Gazzaman, Aarons, Yavin Giggle, and Trunders all have to make another stop, definitely. That's in the rules written. They will make another stop. Everybody else does not have to. And Lawrence and Mason have put hard tyres on. Mason has a penalty, but still. Both of these two drivers have hard tyres on. They can go for a long time. If the tyres make it to the end, which hard tyres should do, fresh hard tyres should make it to the end, and they don't fall off by about 20 plus seconds, they're going to be in net P1, net P2 by the time the top three pit. Now, the top three will have fresh tyres, soft tyres, I'd imagine, unless they pit for another set of mediums. So, just thinking, the end of this race is going to be exciting, like very exciting. This whole race has been insane, and I'm kind of gutted I'm on my own, because Pete would have loved this race, but You got to do what you got to do. I'm so glad I actually made the race made it home to watch the race and commentate on the race for you guys as well, all the drivers watching it back. But anyway, through the order we'll go. Gazzaman leads from Aaron in the Mercedes. You're having a giggle in the Haas in P3. Lawrence in the AlphaTauri 4th. Mason in the McLaren 5th. Jake in the Alpine 6th. The Ferrari of O'Sully in 7th. Hooky in the other McLaren 8th. Trunders in the the other Red Bull is 9th. Colin, Mercedes 10th. Rageman 11th in the Haas, and Speedway on his way to catch the grid, rest of the field in 12th. Now we have lost Liam, Quinn, Enosia, Dexter, Liam 1-3 and Andreas. We've seen some crashes, some spins, some safety cars. This race has had pretty much everything it can throw apart from rain. And I don't believe we're getting any rain. However, I'll keep my eye on TAS. Anyway. We'll look to the leader. I don't think the safety car's going to come in this lap because the Ferrari wasn't caught up. Yes, it will. Well, that's a bit of a late call, but Gazzaman then gets to dictate the pace. The top three are all fighting. Well, the whole grid are fighting, but these top three will be interesting. I think Aaron versus Gazzaman will be the closest battle, as we're going to see around the final corner. Listen for when he goes. Now he's gone. So that that's a lovely restart there from Lawrence on the back with the hard tyres on the back of the Haas. But into turn 1 we go. Oh, this contact! That's the Haas out. What was I saying? I was on board with him once again, and he's crashed. That is just awful luck. Oh my lord! I'm going to have to stop commentating if this is happening to all the drivers. But anyway, lap 13 then we get green flag racing apart from the yellows in turn 2, so that's really unfortunate for the hard runner of Lawrence. We will follow You Having a Giggle. No, we won't, because Jake has just got past Mason. So is O'Sully. So Mason having a bit of an issue. Did he get wing damage for that battle? He did, I think. Get a little bit. Tass is telling me he got just a little bit. I don't know how. He might have clipped the ball somewhere, maybe, but shouldn't be too badly damaged for him, so he shouldn't be too badly affected. Just needs to regroup a little bit, and he'll get going once again, but maybe he'll let his teammate of Hooky through there. Yeah, look, Hooky down the inside, so I wonder if we're going to see into the pits come Mason, because wing damage on this game, even if it's just a little bit, isn't too good. Trunder's struggling. Yeah, he's definitely going to pit at the end of this lap then. So, unfortunate for the McLaren driver. Or maybe he's not going to pit. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's going to stay out then. Fair play, we'll leave him to stay out anyway. Trunders then, on the back of Hooky. He's got some work to do if he wants to get up to where that top 3 are. With the hard runner of Mason so far back. Now, the top 3 are going to be under pressure. Oh, that's deep from Hooky, which causes Trunders to go a little bit wide. The top 3 are going to be under pressure, you'd think, from Jake and the likes of, because they've got fresh mediums on, whereas the guys in front haven't. But let's see what Jake and the likes of O'Sully can do. Hooky just a little bit far back, but he's got Trunders right behind him. It's the closest battle on track. Aaron is closing in on Gazzaman as well. Colin not too far behind, but this whole train is, like I say, pretty close contention. So here we go there through 11 and 12, the fastest and the best part of the track. Can we get a move into turn 13? Will he look down the inside of the Red Bull? No, not quite. DRS not open yet. And from that camera angle, the track looked like it was getting slightly wet and slightly dark. Oh my lord, sorry, that was late. That was so late from Trunders, but Gazzaman, oh no, Aaron sets the fastest lap now, but Trunders nearly into the back of Hooky there. DRS is now enabled, so they'll get it on the next straight, I believe. If he gets a good run out of wide into turn 2. We won't see a move, unfortunately, into turn 3 because he's a little bit too far back. But we know Trunders has that braking ability. Colin on the hards, fighting his way up as well. So he could be lucky to go to the end, actually, as well. Seeing that, going to look at the front now. Azerman's, Gazerman and Aaron. That was a mixture of Aaron's and Gazerman then. Azerman's. Gazerman and Aaron, a little bit closer than lap before, but not too much. Jake on the back of the Haas once again. So this is going to be an interesting fight. We'll see the run that the Mercedes gets through 11 and 12. Not too bad, but not as good as the Red Bulls. Jake's run as well, not amazingly good, but Trunders, if he gets a good run out here, he can shoot his car onto the back of Hooky, and then DRS all the way up to turn 13. The Speedway gets a penalty. He's going to look to the inside, letting him know he's there once again, but still not quite enough to do it. So round the final sector we go. Need to see if he can get that exit on the McLaren around the final corner. It's the front 4, all having battles of their own, not close enough to make a move though, whereas the Red Bull very much could be. Into turn 1, he's going to look down the inside, he's going to put a wheel down the inside. It's very close indeed, but he's going to be super close to the McLaren now as they come round turn 2, down towards turn 3. Which way will the Red Bull go? There's a Mercedes behind him, so he's got to be careful as well. Down the inside into turn 3, makes the move stick. No, he doesn't, not quite. Round the outside of turn 4, and the McLaren's going to get that back on the inside line. And now Colin is right on the back of these guys. This is going to be super interesting as we go down towards turn 8, I think that is. Anyway, down, that was turn 9, should I say, towards turn 10. Anyway, I get all confused with my corners and then I lose my concentration. But here we go then, towards turn 11, as Yavin Giggle picks up a time penalty. He's under pressure. Jake's got pines, so he's no longer under pressure, but we're focusing on this battle. Trunders behind the McLaren, Colin behind him, DRS open for both the Red Bull and Mercedes, but not for the McLaren. Can't quite make it stick, make a move, to stick so far. We now will look to the front guys. Are we going to see a move? Aaron's on Gazerman, a little bit too far back on this occasion. If he gets a nice little run though, he will be on the back of Gazerman shortly. So towards turn 3 we go. DRS is open, ERS not, because we don't have too much on board. Will a move be done into 3? No, not quite, not close enough as we stand. Not a move behind us. O'Sully looking on the back of the Haas, but not going to come as we have a yellow flag, and that's Trunders. Trunders into the wall at turn 2. So the contact could have been made there. They were so close on the radar. So there is some form of contact there. Trunders gets away. He's going to have damage, I believe, somewhere. He must do. No wing damage though, so just tyre damage, so that's actually not too bad. But now we look to the lead car again. Gazerman defending from Aaron. These two on the same strategy as also O'Sully's on the back of Yavin Giggle, so that's going to be an interesting one to watch too. As we go through 11 and 12 towards turn 13, DRS low, DRS straight, DRS open, ERS, will he use it? Hasn't got any again, so he's been using it throughout the lap. Not going to see a move there, but we're going to look back to the Ferrari now, who's on the back of the Haas. The Haas has also got Jake to leapfrog off, so the DRS will be open for him. Also, no moves there once again. But now we switch back to the leaders, because Aaron's, if he gets the run on Gazerman, he can use the DRS to catch himself right up to the back. And then once he's got through 1 and 2, overtaking to 3. He's just got to get that perfect line through turns 1 and 2. You've got to just swing it in, hit that curb a little bit, and then just nicely smooth through. Gazerman's getting it right though, so probably won't get close enough into turn 3. He's going to have a little look. Keeps the outside line though, just get that perfect turn and he's closing. These two are going to have an interesting battle to the end. But we're going to look to O'Sully, who's just as close again, but that DRS for you having a giggle is keeping him up there. Jake not quite pulling away, so the Ferrari will have to work for it, will have to work hard in this middle sector to close that gap up even more as they get towards turn 11 and 12 to get through the next DRS straight. But it's close. The Ferrari is definitely using that tyre advantage. You having a giggle struggling. Look how close they are now, using his ERS here even as they go towards turn 10. Can he make a move? No, not quite. But Yavin Giggle has had a pretty poor exit as they go side by side. Where are the cars? There come the cars on the inside. Is he going to make the move into 11? Will he make it stick? No, not quite. Yavin Giggle gets back through If he gets a good enough run here, he will get the move done, but I don't think he had the pace for it on this occasion. Had to let in you having a giggle back through for probably a safe reason. He's going to get him at some point. Those tyres 16 laps hold on the Haas ahead, but Aaron's now a little bit further back than he was lap before this. Racing has got exciting once again. These front two are probably a little bit too far back, but O'Sully once again is close. And now the Haas is out of DRS range. You can see how powerful it is. Look, DRS is open down towards turn 1. Going to go through turn 1 and 2 now. No move obviously there, but this is where it's going to count. Turn 3 gets the nice run over the curb a little bit, but it just makes that exit a little bit faster. He broke really late into the back, and you having a giggle's gone round, and that unfortunately was O'Sully outbraking himself. The DRS there has really not helped. Luckily, you having a giggle is back facing the correct way. Not going to be too happy with that one. And once again, another stewarding cry probably going to be made. Got in the way of Hooky and Colin on this little train now, but not on purpose. Of course, he had to spin himself back round. Got himself around as much as he could as Hooky picked up a penalty. And yeah, you having a giggle will let a couple of drivers through. I imagine he's going to box this lap anyway. So going to be an interesting one. Although side by side, it's please don't make contact. They have made contact. Mason getting past you having a giggle. They went side by side into a corner. You probably shouldn't go side by side into, but here comes his teammate behind him. Rageman will probably just sit back for a little bit, let him go. Both of these drivers on similar lap old tyres, so these two could end up pitting at similar times. Let's hope they coordinate that correctly. But Aaron now pits at the front, so he's going to be looking to get the undercut. This has got to be a really good lap from Gazzoman. We'll watch him through turn 1 and 2. Onto the softs goes Aaron. So yeah, I did think for the last few laps softs would be the way forward. See where he comes out, because Jake and O'Sully have made 2 stops. If he comes significantly far behind in traffic, he's not going to win this race at all. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. If the drivers on the mediums pit again, which I do have a feeling they will, then he will. But if they don't, we've seen 17 laps from Rageman, and we saw you having a giggle do similar. So if they can make the medium tyres last, if Jake can make those medium tyres last 9 more laps, then it's going to be a really close fight at the end. The hard tyres though will definitely last. So it's going to be a fight between Colin, Mason and Aaron, I believe, to the end of the race. Even maybe Speedway has made another stop, so Speedway is still as much in this as he is defending from Aaron on the fresh soft. So this won't be helping Aaron in terms of the fight for the lead as it was. Gazzoman will pit this lap, I believe. Does pit this lap, just for a second I thought it wasn't, but we'll look to the inside. Bit of a weave from Speedway. Down the inside goes the Mercedes. Mercedes has got the job done before the braking point, so those fresh softs will really come in handy. We're going to see where he comes out in comparison to Gazzoman. We'll see Gazzoman in the pits just there, coming down the pit lane as slowly as you like. Not ideal, but safety precaution got to be followed as we have an off. Is that Jake off? That is Jake off at turn 2. He's done what Valtteri Bottas has done before, so not too good for him. As we look back to Gazzoman versus Aaron, Gazzoman is ahead of Aaron by quite a way. He's got Rageman ahead of him. Rageman moves over to the left hand side, down the inside for Gazzoman. You think that's an easier move before the braking zone. It is. So Aaron got really held up there by some of the traffic, but again, everyone is fighting for position. No back markers, so fighting for position. Fighting is fair. Now we look to Jake, who's had that spin. His tyres are going to be on fire in those mediums, so he's going to want to try and keep it as smooth and as clean as he can. Jake is currently not got his task showing for me, which is I don't know if that's him or me, but anyway, his tyres, as we know from the spin, will be hot. But Mason looking to line him up a little bit later on. 5-second penalty for Mason though, so that's not going to help him in terms of winning this race. Neither will the 3 seconds for Colin, but you never know, anything can still happen. Colin closing in the back of Hooky. O'Sully as well, pulling that gap out in front, so he'll be pretty happy with that if he keeps extending. If he can keep the tyres lasting, he will certainly be happy there. Colin on the back of Hooky. Bit of a train forming now as Gazzoman right on the back of the McLaren over Mason. He's going to pull to the right hand side as they go towards turn 1, both with DRS open. It's going to have to be a move in the braking zone. Down the inside he goes at turn 1. Lovely move there, but is that wide? No, that's perfectly done. I thought he was going to go onto the grass for a second, but not quite. As we look back now and see Aaron trying to make a move on Mason. Nothing quite. Mason was just following Gazerman as closely as possible there, keeping himself in front. But Mason is now going to struggle in comparison to Aaron only because of the tyres. The hards versus the softs, the fresh softs as well, as Trundle sets the fastest lap in the other Red Bull, but he is down in 11th. But here we go. We're going to see what could be a move into turn 11 or 12 if he's got the pace. He's got his ERS open, should I say. Not anymore, though. He's closed that, but we are going to see a move up in front. Jake round the outside of Colin. It's not going to work. Over the curb he goes, and he's going to have to maintain that position. As Gazerman then is going to get the better run on Jake. Round the outside he goes. There's a Mercedes in front of him. Can't go too far around. He's going to stick it right round the outside, though. What a move that is into the final sector, and he will be happy with that, will Gazerman. He is on a charge for the lead of this race, with 7 laps remaining, including the one they are on now, or about to be on. Gazerman looks straight on Colin on those hard tyres, going to struggle again. So Gazerman then, before he's even got to turn 1, is going to make that move stick, and what a move it was. Colin couldn't really do much about that. Jake as well is going to now try and leapfrog Colin because of the overtake. Not going to be close enough. Aaron just can't quite get with an overtake like Gazerman is, but Gazerman obviously on the money today. Look how quick he's caught up to Hooky already. Maybe we're thinking Gazerman should be moved up a tier. No, wouldn't do that to him at all. But yeah, Gazerman already looking strong this weekend specifically. Down the inside into turn 10 he goes. If he makes this one stick, I'll be perfectly amazed, and I am perfectly amazed, because that is just another move. He's overtaking cars left, right and centre. Now Aaron's got all these cars to do, and then to catch Gazerman up. Gazerman's got to catch O'Sully up now, so Gazerman has got an 8-second gap in 6-ish laps. I shouldn't be too hard though with the tyre difference, but you never know with this game. And we have a yellow flag, and that's Rage Man, who has crashed at turn 12, and it's a safety car. So Aaron got past Jake, and out comes the safety car. We're going to see people pit. O'Sully can't pit, so he's had to stay out. Hooky stays out. Colin dives in for a set of softs. He's going to promote Aaron. Jake's going to dive in. Mason's going to dive in. You imagine everybody behind will dive into the pits, which is going to mean Hooky and O'Sully are left out on 14-lap-old mediums for the final 4 laps of racing. I think we'll get 3 laps of racing. So this race is still anyone's race. I have a feeling Gazerman and Aaron are going to profit from the safety car. Hooky, O'Sully will lose from the safety car, but again, this just brings everybody else back into the order and into the chance of having a shot. So if somebody like the likes of Colin or Jake or Trunders has the pace to get through and up towards the lead, some don't have penalties, some do. So this could come down to penalties in the last stages of this race. So who really knows in that sense. We'll go through everyone has made their mandatory stops, just checking that one. So we'll go through the order for you and the tyres. O'Sully, 14 laps mediums. Gazerman, 3-lap-old softs. Hooky, 14-lap-old mediums. 4-lap-old softs also for Aaron. I keep saying Aaron's, just realised it's only Aaron and it's JS. You having a giggle in the Haas with 4-lap-old softs. Then Colin on fresh softs, so he could be one to watch out for. Jake on, that's pretty fresh softs. They're used softs, but they would have been from qualifying where he's only done 1 lap, so that's relatively fresh. Trunders with 4-lap-old softs. Mason on fresh mediums, so he must have not had any softs left then. And Speedway with fresh softs on too, so he'll catch up to the back of the pack as well. So it's going to be an interesting one. I feel like Colin's one to watch out for on fresh softs, and so is Jake. A few penalties as well, so it would be interesting to see. We're going to follow the leader, but We'll see how long that lead lasts for, with O'Sully's tyres being at about 35% worn. Same goes for Hooky. Will be an interesting one, see if they've still got some life in those tyres. But for now, it will be interesting to see. So the whole pack is now caught up, meaning by the end of this race we should all be ready to go, which means this race is about to get more exciting. My voice is going to die. Have I mentioned I've not got Pete with me today, because I could do with him after all this, but anyway, we will be going racing. Safety car is in this lap. Look how early that call is. The safety car is in this lap in comparison to last time. So we know for sure we're going racing. And I still think that track looks greasy and that track looks slippery. The weather's still not telling me any rain is forecast. 17% still, so nothing too bad as the safety car lights go off now, I believe. So, we're ready for the action. As round the corner goes O'Sully. Look how close Gazzaman is already on the back room with that tyre advantage. We're going to look in towards turn one if we can make a move down the inside. Not quite. Had a little look just to make him aware, but in towards turn three it will be. Is he going to go inside, outside? On the inside, defends, but not hard enough. Down the inside goes the Red Bull, as so does the Mercedes just behind. So that's into first for Gazzaman, into third for Aaron. Aaron just has the Ferrari to get past, and then it's a fight between these two, unless O'Sully pulls something from his mediums. But I don't believe he will be able to. If he does, I'll be highly impressed. But 16 lap old tyres will make the end, but I'm not sure by how much, because look, Aaron already alongside him, around the outside into 9 and then 10. So not a bad showing from these two drivers. Now can Aaron go catch Gazzaman, who's already pulled out a second, or will he be left? Because Trunders as well down the inside. He's gone Alpi on his outside. This is going to get tight into 11 and 12. Did they all get through safely? All got through 11 safely and through 12. Just check at the back, check to the back. Speedway making a move on Mason as side by side you have a giggle and Trunders around the outside gets it done. Oh, Speedway down the inside of Mason. That's a big contact there. But we look now as Jake gets past the Haas as well. So Jake making his way up on those fresh softs. As now we go down the main straight. Hooky got to defend from Colin on his softs. Two medium runners now ahead of Colin. Colin on the softs. He's going to go around the outside of turn one. That could only end well, and it does for the Mercedes. What a move that is, you have to say. Probably one of the moves of the race. But around the outside now comes the McLaren. Can he make a move again? No, not quite. But he's also got to watch out for the Red Bull of Trunders, who's sneaking down the inside. There he goes as they head towards turn 5. Oh, that's a big incident. That's Jake in the wall. I don't know who that was between. I think that was that Hooky and Jake. Hooky just didn't realise he was around the outside and into the wall. Then is Jake and out of this race once again. So that's 8 drivers no longer in this race. No, it's not. It's 9 drivers. I can't even count. But anyway, we're going to look towards Colin now, because Gazzaman has pulled a 2-second gap over Aaron. So Aaron maybe settling for second, maybe hasn't got the pace in the last couple of laps. Maybe just is happy with second. I mean, I'd be happy with second. It's the first race of the season. But here we go with Colin and Sully. We're going to go around the final couple of corners here. Can we get a good run on the on the Ferrari with those old medium tyres on, as Yavane Giggle has spun in that final sector? DRS is enabled, but we'll not get that till the next straight. So down towards turn 1 we go. Mercedes versus Ferrari. It's like back in 2018-19. Into turn 1 we go, around turn 2. We're not going to have a run there, but we might have a run down into turn 3. Won't have the DRS just yet, but we will get it towards end of turn 12, start of turn 13 on that straight there. But Colin might end up getting the move done before then, because look how close he is through here, as well as Speedway behind Hooky on those tyres. So it's getting tight with these soft guys behind the mediums, but Colin them right behind O'Sully, trying to make this move stick as much as he can. Hooky gets a 3-second time penalty, so not too good for him. But Colin is... ERS is low for both drivers, as we can see. But safely then into turn 11 and 12. No dangerous moves there, but what a run on the soft you're going to get out of here. With the ERS on the outside, DRS open, it's going to be tight, but he's going to get it around the outside before the braking zone. So that's Colin into third. He now needs to get a 3-second gap to keep that podium because of his penalty that he has. O'Sully is now going to be under pressure from Trunders on his soft, so Trunders is now going to hope to come through and probably steal a podium if he can keep up on this last lap, but he's got to get past O'Sully first, and right now he's not going to be able to while Sully has the DRS. So we look to Speedway in the Ferrari, on the McLaren, down the inside. He's going to try. Is he far enough? Is he close enough? Sorry, he's too far back. Down the inside he goes, makes the corner just about, and into P6, but does have penalties once again. Trunders too far back to get past Sully at this stage. Mason trying to make a move on Hooky. These penalties all have 3 seconds, bar Hooky, who has 6. So Hooky is going to drop down the order by 1 place. You're having a giggles, too far back at the minute. Now we look to Trunders, who's dropped back that little bit from Sully. He's going to have to try and make this middle sector count if he wants to get that podium place. I think he's still within that podium place, so this will be a move for the podium if he gets it done. He's got to get a lovely run though through 11 and 12. It's nicely through 11, 12, 12 scruffy, around he goes. So another driver yet to spin there into the barriers. That's going to be some rear wing damage, you'd imagine, and not what you want to see on the final lap. Yeah, another driver has spectated to crash. Another driver, though, that I have spectated that hasn't crashed is Gazman 96 as he comes around the final corner and wins the Australian Grand Prix here in One Hub. Aaron comes second, Colin in third. Will he keep that with his penalty? I think O'Sully might get. O'Sully gets third, so well done him in the Ferrari. Colin fourth. Speedway will come home fifth, I believe, and then Mason up to sixth. Hooky seventh. Trunders, with such an unfortunate end to his race, in 8th. New Having a Giggle will come home to finish P9. So, I mean, what a race that was. Absolutely incredible drive from Gazman. Mason gets driver of the day, so he, again, qualified. He qualified quite low and worked his way up, but Gazman he dominated that race as much as really, like, the little bit of pressure he was under from the Mercedes just didn't faze him, and a Max Verstappen-esque drive, shall we say, leading that race for majority. But once again, brilliant race to commentate on. Absolutely loved the fighting, the action, the safety cars. We'll go through the final order one more time. So Gazman with a excellent round 1 victory from Aaron, Sully, Colin, Speedway, Mason, Hooky, Trunders, You Having a Giggle, and then the non-finishers were Jake, Rageman, Lawrence, Liam, Quinn, Anusia, Dexter, Liam 1-3, and Andreas. Now, with all that said and done, I have to pick a driver of the day. I think I have to pick 2 because Pete's not here. So my first one goes to Gazman. Has to go to Gazman because just what an exceptional drive that was. First on the grid to first in the race. So, Gazman, do you think this form will continue? Can you win every race like you have today? And secondly, I'm going to go to... We'll give it to O'Sully. The last stint for O'Sully was a tough one, but how did you manage to keep the tyres alive? And is this something that's going to be key to your races in the future, having really long tyre wear? well, not tyre, but tyre saving ability. So enjoy writing that one into the scripts, because I really didn't word that one too well. But this has been One Hub Racing Season 19, Round 1 around Australia. Congrats again to the top 3. I've been your commentator, Speed Risky or Sullivan, and I will see you all next week for Round 2.